and welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is English teacher Matthew, and I'll be your teacher today. Let me introduce you to one of my favorite classical music composers, Mozart. I'm going to read the text below and then talk about it. You can follow along if you want. Mozart was an Austrian musician and composer. He lived from 1756 until 1791. He started composing when he was 5 years old and wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He was only 35 years old when he died. He died so young, right? Poor Mozart. But he left us with many, many great compositions. But anyway, I'm not really interested in Mozart. This is not music class, this is English class. I'm more interested in the green words. Do you know what the green words are? Yes, that's right, they're verbs. They're even special because they're in the past tense. That means that these verbs were done before. We did them before now. Was, lived, started, wrote, and died are all in the past tense. Let's learn about it today. The best place to start is with regular verbs. Regular verbs always end in ed. So if you have a regular verb, add ed and hey presto, it's past tense. Be careful though with some spelling. Here, let's have a look at some example sentences. I work as a teacher now, but before I worked in a shop. They invited us to the party, but we decided not to go. The police stopped me on my way home last night. Laura passed her exam because she studied very hard. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. Let's look at the first sentence here. It says, I work as a teacher now, but before I worked in a shop. Here I have the verb work, and I've just added ed onto the end. Pay attention to the pronunciation because you'll notice when I read them, the pronunciation changes a little bit. With the K plus ed, it sounds like there's a T at the end, worked. In the next sentence, they invited us to the party, but we decided not to go. Now, the words invite and decide already have E on the end. We just need to add the D. We don't need to add another E. Notice here as well the pronunciation. Invited and decide did, okay? Here, invite, here have a T and then an id. And then decide with a D, did. Okay, decided, invited. The next one, the police stopped me on my way home last night. Here we need to double the last consonant, the P, and then add ed. So because there is a consonant, vowel consonant at the end of this word, T-O-P, we add a P, T-O-P-P, and then add ed. Laura passed her exam because she studied very hard. Now pass, simple, add ed, but study here ends in a Y. And just like with the comparatives, we just need to change the Y for an I and add ed. So simple, right? But this is when it becomes more complicated because irregular verbs cause so many people problems because they don't end in ed. They could end in any way. They could even change the whole word. What? You need to remember these. Oh, so bad. So let's have a look at some of these sentences here. Write becomes wrote. Mozart wrote many pieces of music, right? See becomes saw. We saw Alice in the morning before school. Go becomes went. I went to the cinema last night. Shut becomes shut. Sometimes they're the same. That's cool. It was cold last night, so I shut the window. The best advice I have is go to Google or your favorite search engine, Yahoo, Bing, Yandex, Baidu, and Google irregular verb list. You won't regret it, I promise you. So how do we say no? How do we say no in the past tense? Well, we have to use didn't. This is simple because we just have didn't and then the verb, the infinitive verb, which means basically we didn't conjugate it, we didn't change it. We can just have didn't plus the verb. We can see here. Let's read our sentences together again. I didn't buy anything because I didn't have any money. I didn't go out last night because I didn't finish my work. I didn't see her, so I didn't stay very long. I didn't do anything at the weekend. As you can see, using the negative, the not, when you want to say no, is so simple, right? Didn't do something. Okay? Same with questions. Did is the very important word when we are talking about past simple, because did is the auxiliary verb, the grammar verb, the most important verb in the past simple tense. Here's a question. Did you go out last night? Did you enjoy the party? Did you see the match last weekend? All of the questions here we have did. Notice we use did plus the subject plus the infinitive to make a question. And you can also add a question word to the beginning. So we can use what, when, where, why, and who. Did subject do something, okay? It's very simple. Did you go out last night? That's right, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you say hi as well. And let me know if you learned something new in this video. Note, this is a big important thing. Auxiliary verbs, such as do, can also be the main verb. So there can be two do's in the sentence in past tense. Yes, that's right. For example, what did you do at the weekend? I didn't do anything. Funny. Let's look at be, because be is another important verb in English. And we've learned about this before. But we also need to know the past tense, because the past tense of be works slightly differently, okay? As we can see here, we have I, he, she, it was, or wasn't, if you want to say no. We, you, they, were, or weren't, okay? Question is similar to did, but we don't use did here. We use was or were, depending on the subject. So I, he, she, it, had, was. We, you, they, we need were, okay? Here are some example sentences below. I'll read them to you again. I was annoyed because he was late. We were tired, so we didn't go out last night. I was hungry, so I ate it all. Were you on holiday? Probably not. Was it hot there? Let me know in the comments. Question time. Are you ready? If you've paid attention up to now, then you're going to get 100%. Simple. Let's find out. This is our first question. It was warm, so I off my coat. Here we need to use this verb take, and we need to use it in the past form. Do you know what the past of take is? Do you know what we need to say in this sentence? I bet you're shouting it now at the screen, right? Shout it louder at me. That's right. You were right. It was warm, so I took off my coat. Very well done. Well done. Here's the next one. Are you ready? The film was good, but it. We need to use not enjoy, okay? So here we need to use our negative. Do you remember how we use the negative? What's the answer here? Say it again, please. Ah, well done. That's right. The film was good, but I didn't enjoy it. Congratulations. That's 2 out of 2 for you. Let's move on. This is the third one. What do you think? We were tired, so we the party early. We need to use this word leave. Do you know the past of leave? That's right. Left. Very good. Well done. And this is the next sentence. It wasn't cheap. Oh, that means it was expensive. It, a lot of money. Cost. What's the past tense of cost? Costed? If you said costed, you are wrong. It's an irregular verb. It's a special irregular verb because it's cost. Cost is cost, like shut is shut. Simple. Very good. And here's the last one. I couldn't carry them because they, heavy. Be. So which past form of be do we need here? Remember, we have they. Do you know what past form of be we need here? That's right, were. I couldn't carry them because they were heavy. Well done. And if you enjoyed that, the next class is here. That's right, I know you want to click it. Go on, click it. I dare you. Press this. I know you want to. Keep learning English. English is good for you. Now you've learned past tense, you can learn something new down here. That's right. Go on. I know you want to.